the recent episode about the brilliant idiots about how Charlamagne was going to Andrew about his argumentative ways?
Yeah, I heard that. I mean, technically, Charlamagne is right. Sometimes he do just be arguing just to argue.
Yeah,
Sometimes he
but
really got.
see, me, I wasn't reading the comments from previous podcasts, like at least from going back like 3 months ago, and people been saying that nigga they want Andrew off. You know, they saying like the Charlamagne can find another co-host. Like they don't like Andrew no more, and some people don't.
Yeah, I think there's no great ends without Andrew Schultz, so that's really out the picture. But
I mean, nah, you can't get rid of
yeah,
Andrew.
yeah, I can't really with Andrew. I mean, I don't agree with everything you say, and a lot of times you be off the rails for a lot of times, like you arguing for no apparent reason. But
Yeah,
that's like to me that's like that's how Andrew is. So it's something that you necessarily have to get used to. But he gotta do look at himself in the mirror sometimes and figure like, dude, I'm kind of wilding out for no apparent reason. He said one of the reasons why,
yeah,
according to him, he said one of the reasons why because he liked to get both sides
yeah.
to that necessary conversation, and that's cool, and I get that because I like to put like both sides into different perspectives as well. But you're don't force it. I feel like he's necessarily trying to force it. Don't try to force it.
I don't know, 'cause like people was comparing, like the older podcasts to like the more recent ones. Like they saying now he an asshole. Now he just over talk. Now he just be just just being unnecessary compared to like the older ones.
Yeah,
Back in like 2015, like 2016, like early 2015, they were saying, he need to go back to that Andrew.
yeah, but I think that's like I think to me I feel like that's all part of change. Like when you, the longer you live, there's some aspects that necessarily change about yourself and your personality and shit. So
Oh yeah,
sometimes
true.
some change people like and some change people doesn't like it,
Don't like, yeah.
and it depends. It so happens this the kind of change that a lot of the audience really do not like about Andrew. But if you're not changing, you're not human. I think that's how I feel about it.
Oh yeah. But you got some people that say, you know, some change is good and some changes is, just like no reason for it. Like, you changing just to like fit in or changing to do something or changing to blah blah blah. Because not all good change. Because not all change is good change.
Right.
But that's not necessarily saying that it's bad either.
Mm. I mean, but that's all point about. That's the whole thing about like growing up. Like when you grow as a person, there's necessary aspects that necessarily change. Whether it's like
Mhm.
whether like physically, emotionally, mentally, whether you feel that it's bad or not, that depends upon that person.
Yeah.
But when you grow, while you grow, growth means change, and whether it's good or not, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen, whether it's for better or for worse. That's on that
Yeah.
person
That's
that
part of life.
changed. Yeah. As
Yeah.
long as it's going to the exactly, as long as it's going to the aspect of good, then I say cool. But there's necessarily are changes that people do that people have to look themselves in the mirror like, okay, I do not like the change that I have done, and I want to, you know, you know, go back to that good place of
Mhm.
mine. But sometimes they realize you really need they really need to realize that for themselves. 'Cause even when a person necessarily tell them like, dude, this is how you acting, or the woman, this is how you acting, I don't like it, you're changing, and to change
Mhm.
this person that I do not like and I cannot respect, and you need to realize that. But we as people, we can be so stubborn, and we could be so stubborn and ignore what the person is telling us. That's
Mhm.
that's changing about us that we not even knowing that we're changing.
True. True.
So a lot of aspects we change, the people we don't even know we changing. We think we like the same old person that
Yep.
that we feel like we are, and we don't even realize it. And sometimes people put it out like, "Yo, you're doing this," and you don't
Yeah, like
realize it.
you wilding out. Yeah, like nigga, you wilding out right now.
Yeah, man, like you tripping, bro. You need to take some Advil. Shit. Take a fucking chill pill, my dude. It's like God.
Yeah, man. Shit.
I think Andrew gonna be all right, man. I think he's
I
just
mean, he ain't going nowhere, so
yeah. He ain't. I don't want him to go
yeah.
anywhere. I still respect the guy, and I admire his work and his work ethic and his comedic shit and all that jazz. So
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to Andrew. I hope we see him one day. Get to visit the podcast one day.
How about you say what? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said hopefully we do see him face to face one day, and get to interact with him.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, one day.
He
I'll
gotta be on our podcast and we gotta go to their podcast.
exactly,
Favor for a favor.
exactly, man.
Well,
Yeah, I don't care if it's like
even though they don't need favors from us. Nigga, they already big already. Nigga, they don't need favors from us.
true that, true that.
But still.